What's going on, you guys? Indeed here. I haven't done one of these sort of philosophical talking videos in a good while, so I figured I'd do one. Hopefully you guys actually watch this one. Basically, I've been thinking about time management. And not about anything important. Well, you know, the most important thing, but not about anything that people consider important. The most important thing for me, for us, for probably most of us, because you know, if you're anything like me, you're a gamer, the most important thing is playing some goddamn games. So basically, the problem with humans is that we die. We run out of time, and then we don't exist anymore. We can't continue on. There's a set, limited, fixed time frame, and it kind of shifts around depending on certain conditions. But ultimately, it's limited. So we don't have a whole lot of time. We only have a certain amount of time to do everything we need to, everything we'd like to, everything we want to. And there's a lot of things that I want to do which require time. So basically, what I'm getting at is we've got our game collections, right? And unless we simply buy games for the sake of collecting them and having them and looking at them on the wall, we have intentions of playing them. I'm a collector now. I've determined, yes, I feel I fit the criteria for a collector. But I think I'm still a gamer first. So I have all these games, but I have intentions of playing all the games. But you need time to do that. And so at what point, you know, if you had, you know, 1,000 hours to be alive, let's just do some math. 1,000 hours, divide that by 24. If we had exactly 41, you know, 41.66666666666 rounded up to 7 days to play games, could you play all your games at that time? If you had 1,000 hours, that was it. Could you do that? No. No way in hell. No way in hell. I've got my I keep my collection updated here on Raptor.com. I don't know if you guys use Raptor. If you do, please let me know, because I would love to have some cool ass, you know, friends on Raptor to watch everybody's games they're playing and stuff. I think that's really cool. And most people use it for their modern games. I use it to post all my retro times as well. Every game I play, I try and remember to go and update that I played that on Raptor. It doesn't have all the games, but it has a huge majority of them. Pretty much all the games that would matter are on there. And I do it for all my old titles, all my new titles, and they have their tracked, you know, the tracked playtime for them. If I go to list of games right now, I can click through and see my most played games. The most played game tracked here on Raptor, which was automatic tracking. This is not my most played game across the course of my life. Maybe, maybe not. I hope not. But according to what Raptor tracks, which it tracks Xbox 360 games and PC games automatically, this shows that my Xbox has been on playing the game Halo Reach for approximately 529 hours. Or over 22 days. Again, it's sort of approximate. These numbers kind of drag on. They kind of end a little early. They drag on a little too long. It's just automatic tracking that kind of turns on and shuts off, not at the right perfect times, but it's damn close. So assuming I've played, and that's not playing, that's simply powered on, time that I spent playing Reach, maybe 200 hours, maybe 2.5. This particular number is a little skewed, versus numbers like Team Fortress 2, my third most played game, according to Raptor, or my second most played game, RuneScape. Screw you. Anyway, yeah, RuneScape, approximately 201 hours, and that's just what was tracked with Xfire when it got ported over to Raptor, and then what was tracked on Raptor. Team Fortress 2 is pretty accurate, 131 hours. I'm sure I could check Steam. Steam would have the exact power on time of playing Team Fortress 2. So those are the kind of numbers you're looking at for for some of these games. Some coming down games, right? Right? Those are the kind of numbers you're looking at. So, but those are multiplayer, multiplayer MMO multiplayer, right? So those, they kind of, you know, they can count, they don't count. The example I'm going off of though is, if you look at my Raptor page, which you should, if you look at my Raptor page, it says I have 1,623 games, which is actually inaccurate because I have more than that. They're just not all on Raptor. Yeah. But anyway, and the one thing about that is I do have some games multi-platform, just for the sake of I'm interested. Like for example, a game like Revolt, I have it on the PlayStation, the N64, and the Dreamcast. I only play the Dreamcast one, but I have the other two, so I add that on there. So that everything narrows it down to 1,621 games. And I have like 4 different versions of Unreal Tournament and all that kind of stuff. So there are some skewed numbers in there, but you know, somewhere between 1,575 and 1,650 as far as the number of games I have. And I'm trying to assume what's an average number. And one of the most recent games I've played and nearly beat, I needed to go back, I got stuck, was Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge on the Game Boy Advance. And I tracked all of the time on Raptor, and it took me about 7 hours to beat the game. I'm not quite done, so maybe about 8.5 hours to beat the game at this point. But you know, about 7 hours. So what if I was to go through and say 7 hours is the general time? We'll, you know, have to skimp out on multiplayer portions of games and all kinds of stuff like that. But let's say we went through and spent 7 hours on a game. Outright, we spent 7 hours on every game. If we were to do that math, 1623 times 7 hours, that's 1,361 hours. Divide that by a total number of days, approximately 474 days. Divide that by 365, not 265, 365, and you've got 1.3 years. Right? So if I was to stop, drop everything, and play video games non-stop, and swap out each game, you know, 7 hours on each game, that's sort of my rough guesstimate number here, it'd take me over a year to play every single game I have. Now, we have to play this game where we have to balance out everything. You have to balance out food, sleep, health, making money, all that kind of crap. You have to balance all that out. And unfortunately, all that stuff is necessary so we can continue to play games. God, we need to evolve beyond that. At least figure out how to get, like, power sleep. But, anyway. So, you have to work out this whole balance between time to make money, to maintain yourself so you can have electricity to power the games, and all that crap. But the point is, do we have enough time to play them all? It's over 1,600. Is there enough time to play them all? I don't know. Apparently, if I had 1.3 years to live and spend about 7 hours on each of them, I could do it. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Do you have enough time in your life to play all your games? Can I justify buying any more games? I might die before I play them all. Could die tomorrow. Could die before this video gets posted. But the point is, do we have enough time? And we have to create a balance to make time. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a balance to make time. Play some goddamn games. Tell me what you think. I want to know. No one ever talks to me in the comments. Talk to me in the comments. I want to know, are you going to live long enough to play all your games? Maybe that's why fat people play MMOs. They're only going to live long enough to play the one game they like. I'm going to get a lot of flack for that. I'll catch you Cadillacs later. pieces. Oh, goodness.